I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Hey, good morning, YouTube, and happy Tuesday. Okay, so you guys seen that video. Donald Trump is basically calling for the execution of Democratic lawmakers who do not agree with him. So we had 6 Democratic lawmakers to make a video basically named "Don't Give Up the Ship." And these are, remember, these Democratic lawmakers are people who served in our military, people who have national security experience, people who served in our Air Forces and our Navy. Like, these are people who sacrificed their life for this country. Mark Kelly in particular, he was an astronaut. He done extraordinary work. Furthermore, his wife is a victim of political violence. So he knows all too well what political violence is about. Donald Trump rhetoric is very, very dangerous. It's very dangerous. The only thing that these lawmakers basically said is you do not have a constitutional right to follow unlawful and illegal orders. That is basically in their code of ethics. That is in their code of conduct as service members to our military. They said nothing wrong. And the fact that the president, the rhetoric is very, very dangerous. And remember how Republicans were basically calling for peace, and we need to kind of like, temper the rhetoric down after the unfortunate assassination of Charlie Kirk. What happened to that? What happened to that language? What happened to the call for everybody to basically pull back, be very careful and conscientious of what you're saying, to make sure that you're not being, because politics is supposed to be about a different ideology of how the government should be ran. It's not supposed to be we are enemies if you don't agree with me. And regardless to Trump's feelings towards these particular Congress people or Democratic lawmakers, some of them are Congress people, some of them are senators, but of course they're a part of our Congress. Regardless of how he feels about them personally, they served this country. They served our country. And they only gave instructions that is literally a part of the code of conduct for military personnel. They basically said, you do not have an obligation to follow illegal and unlawful orders. That's the code of conduct for the military. So him getting so upset and basically retweeting, someone said, hang them. George Washington would have done so, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. Donald Trump reposted that. He retruthed it or whatever. But he's the president of the United States of America. And you're advocating for Democratic lawmakers to be executed because you disagree with their video basically stating what the code of conduct and the code of ethics says to our military personnel. There was 3 points in the video. Their video that was basically named "Don't Give Up the Ship," there was 3 points in the video. The video basically said, you are not to follow unlawful illegal orders. You are to follow lawful legal orders. And like basically threats to our democracy, threats to our Constitution can come from outside of the United States or inside of the United States. That was a very simple message, and it was met with execute them, hang them, this is extremely bad, this is horrible. What? This is very, very dangerous. Democratic leadership and Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer basically came out and denounced Trump and basically said what his rhetoric was dangerous. Republicans are sticking by their guy because that's what they do. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Republicans that find this rhetoric dangerous, but they're not going to stand up to Donald Trump. They just won't. It doesn't matter what he do. They refuse to stand up to Donald Trump. And so Trump basically wrote a Truth Social, I believe it was Truth Social, a Truth Social post basically saying this is the lawmakers, the 6 Democratic lawmakers, their behavior was seditious and it was against the Constitution and it was basically punishable by death. That is, I know I shouldn't be shocked. Sometimes I talk to people and they're like, are you really shocked? I shouldn't be shocked, but it's still very shocking to me that the President of the United States basically said that military service people who are now in our Congress, they are now Congress people and senators, but they served our country. These people have military experience, national security experience. Like, these people are service people. And our president is calling for their execution because they basically recited the code of conduct that's a part of our military, that every military personnel needs to adhere to, and I'm sure is aware of. This is very dangerous, you guys. You can be a left-leaning person, right-leaning person, super MAGA, super liberal, whatever. This should concern every American. You guys be very, very, make sure you guys are paying attention to these things. Make sure you understand what's going on. It's a lot going on in our country. Some of it is very, very heartbreaking, but I think that it's imperative that you are well aware of what's going on and make sure you keep your eyes and ears open. You guys have a phenomenal Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.